What is up, my TickleMe crew? This is Chad here, and today, before I say anything else, I just want to say thank you guys so very much. The channel just recently hit 3K subs again, yes, but oh my god, I don't even know what to say. When I woke up today and I saw the channel was at 3K subs, it put a smile on my face, because you guys know, those of you that have been with me for a while, you know, when I quit MapleStory, I lost like 200 something subscribers and a lot of views and stuff, so I've been really trying to build up the channel again, and to see it go back to 3K subs, that's just, it's an amazing feeling, and I just hope that the channel can continue growing. And you know, I just want to like pass the point that we were with MapleStory. I think we were at 3.2K subs with MapleStory. I want to get past that, and I just want to keep moving further and further and passing new milestones and stuff. But honestly, guys, this is the greatest feeling ever. I love you guys so much, and to all of my old subscribers that stuck with me through MapleStory and the transition to Pokemon, thank you guys so much for supporting me still, and you know, giving me this opportunity to entertain you guys for however long my videos are. And to all my new subscribers, thank you guys so much for giving me a chance, giving me this opportunity. I love each and every one of you, and I mean, even though I don't know you guys by name, some of which I do know by name, but it means so much to me, guys. You have no idea. And it means even more to me that in the comment section, what little comments I do get, you know, I recognize certain people, like they always comment on every video and stuff, and those kind of things, they mean the world to me, actually. I mean, I'm blown away. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for 3K subs. But anyway, guys, today's video is a Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle against Mike, my friend Mike. Or you guys might know him on YouTube as ToyDualer. If you guys don't know who ToyDualer is, you are living under a rock, because this guy's channel is huge. And Mike has been making quality videos for a while. He makes MapleStory and Pokemon videos, so if you are interested in either of those, definitely go check him out. I'll leave a link to Mike's channel in the description below. So this battle is actually our second battle together. Our first battle, Mike destroyed me. So in this battle, I actually got my revenge. Spoiler alert, I did win this battle, and this battle was freaking insane. The hacks in this battle was just unreal. But it was a great battle nonetheless, and I'm so happy that I beat Mike finally. You guys don't understand. Mike literally beats me in everything. Like every other game we ever play, Mike is always the one that wins. Mike's just good at everything, and it's really annoying that I can't beat him in anything. So when I finally beat him in Pokemon, it was like the greatest thing ever. But anyway, guys, this was an amazing battle. I hope you guys will enjoy the show. So the battle begins, and Mike and I both decide to lead off with our Landorus T-forms, as both of our Intimidates are going to activate, lowering each other's attack stat. Mike is actually going to win the speed tie here, and he goes straight for the knockoff. I kind of thought Mike would set up the Stealth Rocks first turn, which is actually what I did, because I saw that Mike did have that Talonflame on his team, and Talonflame is definitely no joke. So basically, whenever you see a Talonflame, if you can cripple it right off the bat like this, definitely go for it. Because Mike likes to run Choice Banded Talonflame, and that thing hits like a truck. So right here, I predicted Mike to switch out, and I just went straight for the knockoff, and luckily he switches out into his Rotom, which at the time, I actually thought it was Scarfed. But as you guys will see, Rotom is Leftovers. Excuse me. So I'm actually going to switch out. I'm going to go out into my Jirachi here, which is actually my special defense wall. And Mike is actually going to miss a Will-O-Wisp, which really sucks for him. That's just the first of many hacks this battle. So on the following turn, Mike's just going to go for the Volt Switch and switch out, as he brings in his Heatran, which is going to take a little bit damage from Stealth Rocks. I'm going to get a little Leftovers recovery, and obviously I'm going to have to switch out here because Jirachi being a Steel type, is not wanting to take a fire-type attack, especially from a Heatran. Heatran is a monster. This thing hits like a truck. Its special attack stat is really good. Plus, Heatran's actually surprisingly bulky, as you guys will see later in the battle. So right here, I'm going to bring out Pringles the Jellicent, as Mike is going to set up his own Stealth Rocks. So I guess he doesn't have Stealth Rocks on his Landorus, since he brought this Heatran with Stealth Rocks. So right here, I actually predicted Mike to switch out, because who's going to leave a Fire type in on a Water type? So I went for Toxic, trying to get Toxic on anything on his team, basically. And he actually stays in and goes for Roar, and since Heatran's part Steel type, my Toxic doesn't even affect him. So that really sucks for me. That was a really ballsy play on Mike's part. He actually roars me out into my Jirachi, which is terrible, because again, Heatran's a Fire type, Jirachi's a Steel type. That just doesn't work. So right here, I'm going to go out into my Hawlucha as Mike goes for the Lava Plume. And that does a dickload of damage to my freaking Hawlucha. And my... excuse me, goodness, losing my voice. Hawlucha is a fighting type, Heatran being a steel type. He obviously does not want to take any fighting type moves, so he's going to switch out into his own Landorus. His Intimidate's going to activate, lowering my attack. I really wish I went for the Swords Dance there. I should have predicted Landorus coming in, but unfortunately I didn't. So Mike's actually going to go for the U-turn and U-turn out. I actually thought the U-turn would kill me, but I forgot that since Hawlucha is a flying type, it resists bugs, so that actually doesn't do that much damage. Mike's going to bring out his Rotom again, and it's going to take some Stealth Rocks damage. I go straight for the Sky Attack. My Power Herb is going to activate, which lets me get my Sky Attack off first turn rather than having to wait a turn. And since my Power Herb activated, that also activates my ability Unburden, which doubles my speed. So now my Hawlucha is really fast. But I'm just going to go for the Flying Press, and unfortunately that doesn't do much damage at all to Rotom. Flying Press is a kind of an interesting move. It's both a fighting and a flying type move. So I thought since it was also a fighting type move, it'd be neutral on Rotom, but I guess not. So Mike actually misses his first Hydro Pump. That allows me to get a second Flying Press off, but he lands his second Hydro Pump, which is going to obviously take out my Hawlucha. So right here, I'm going to bring out my Mega Manectric, except I'm not actually going to Mega Evolve here, because I kind of thought that I could use Manectric's Lightning Rod ability maybe later in the match, but unfortunately Mike actually also brings out his own Mega Manectric, as I go for the Thunderbolt on the Rotom, but since he brought in Manectric, that's going to activate his Lightning Rod ability, which gives him a +1 special attack boost. So basically, I'm giving Mike a boost, which basically is going to help him beat me, pretty much. So that's not good. So Mike's going to Mega Evolve, his Intimidate's going to activate, lowering my attack, which really doesn't matter since I'm not a physical attacker, I'm a special attacker. I'm also at this point going to Mega Evolve because I don't see any point in keeping my Lightning Rod ability anymore. So my Intimidate's also going to activate, but again, doesn't matter. Mike's going to go for the Flamethrower here, and that does so much damage after that special attack boost that I gave him. I'm also going to go for the Flamethrower, but it just doesn't do much damage to him at all. So obviously, I'm going to have to switch out. I bring in my Arcanine because I felt like he was going to go for another Flamethrower, which I think is actually what he does. My Intimidate again is going to activate. I just realized I have 3 Intimidators on this team. I didn't realize that when I made this team, but again, it doesn't matter. He's a special attacker. So he does go for the Flamethrower. That actually does a ton of damage, and I'm a bulky Arcanine, plus that was a resisted hit. That's crazy. So right here, Mike's going to go out into his Heatran, as I believe I go for the Will-O-Wisp for whatever reason. I probably should have just gone for the Extreme Speed, but unfortunately Heatran has the ability Flash Fire, so basically I just gave his Heatran a boost to Fire-type attacks. So I'm giving Mike all these boosts, which is only helping him beat me. So I'm basically helping Mike beat me. That really freaking sucks. So I'm just going to go for the Morning Sun here and try to get some health back, as I'm not sure what Heatran can really do to me. He actually goes for the Roar, and I think he roars me out into... Oh, I was going to say Jirachi, but he actually roars me out into Landorus. And this could not be better for me, because Heatran being a Fire Steel type, he's actually 4 times weak to Earthquake. And obviously Landorus being a Ground type, of course I'm going to have Earthquake. So obviously Mike is going to switch out here, not wanting to take a 4-time super effective Earthquake. Mike's actually going to sack off his Rotom. The Stealth Rocks is going to take out his Rotom, which is awesome because I don't have to deal with this Rotom anymore. I predicted him to switch out, so I went for the knockoff again. as Mike is now going to bring out his Superior. Now, this thing is probably the biggest threat on his team, just because of Superior's ability Contrary. It basically reverses the effects of stat changes. So instead of whenever he uses Leaf Storm, normally he would lose 2 stages of special attack. But now, with Contrary, every time he uses Leaf Storm, he gains 2 stages of special attack, effectively doubling his special attack. So right there, I just sack off my Manectric just to see what he's going to go for. Of course, he goes out and he goes for the Leaf Storm, I mean. So I'm going to go out into my Jirachi, which is my special defense wall, obviously, as Mike is going to now go out into his Heatran. And I went for the Body Slam, aiming for the Superior, but obviously he switched out. And unfortunately, I get the Paralyze on the Heatran, which actually this Paralyze will come into play later in the battle, as you guys will see. The hacks is just beginning, guys. It's just beginning. So obviously, I'm going to have to switch out here because, again, we're having another one of those Jirachi versus Heatran moments. And I'm going to have to switch out here, not wanting to take any Fire-type attacks. As I bring in Pringles again, the Jellicent, who basically can wall his Heatran all day long, as Mike does actually predict the switch, but he goes for Earth Power, and that still does like nothing to Pringles. So Pringles is just a bulky monster right now. So we're both going to get a little Leftovers recovery, and I believe I go for Toxic here, again, predicting Mike to switch out, but apparently Mike just does not like to switch out of his Heatran. He stays in again. So that really sucks, but Mike gets Parahacks, so I guess that kind of evens out. That turn was a little bit of a waste. So after this point, I basically give up on trying to get a Toxic on anything on Mike's team. So I just go for the Scald, and right here, Mike makes a super questionable play. He brings out his Landorus for whatever reason, as I go for the Scald, and that is going to kill his Landorus. So that's another huge threat out of the way. I believe this battle was actually during Mike's live stream, and I believe Mike said something like he doesn't even know why he did that. But, I mean, it's fine. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes misplays now and again. But that was a really good play for me and a terrible play for Mike. So now Mike's going to bring out his Superior again. And this thing, again, huge freaking threat. I hate facing off against Contrary Superiors. These things are so good. But I'm just going to bring out my Arcanine again. I'm almost at full health after the Stealth Rock's damage, which is really nice. My Intimidate's going to activate, and he actually boosts his physical attack. Mike goes for the Leaf Storm there, and he actually misses his attack. That is huge, because now he's not going to double his special attack stat. So now Mike's going to switch out. I believe he goes out into Heatran as I go for the Flare Blitz. And once again, I'm retarded. I give Mike the freaking special attack boost, or a boost to his Fire-type attacks. So once again, I'm helping Mike out by giving him all these boosts. So that really sucks for me. I really regret not carrying the Close Combat on my Arcanine. I'm honestly considering putting Close Combat on this Arcanine just for Heatran, because I do run into Heatran often, and that would really help me out a lot. Mike, unfortunately, is going to get Parahacks there again. As you guys can tell, this is a very hacksy battle. So I'm going to bring in Pringles again, the Jellicent, and I can basically wall him all day long, as I basically gave up going for the Toxic at this point in the battle, so I just went straight for the Scald. It is super effective, again, since Heatran's a Fire-type, but Mike gets Parahaxed again. This is like, what, the second time in a row? So I'm just going to go for the Scald again. And I think Mike actually stays in. I don't know why Mike refuses to switch out of his Heatran, but I guess he doesn't have anything on his team that can take a Scald. I'm honestly not sure. But I'm just going to keep going for Scald, as Mike makes another questionable play by going for Lava Plume. But I think in his stream he said that basically he was just trying to get a burn. Lava Plume does have a high chance to burn. I think it's like 30%. But unfortunately, Mike does not get a burn on me today. So I'm just going to keep going for Scalds, basically until this Heatran dies. I'm really surprised that my Scalds aren't doing more damage. I'm guessing his Heatran's especially bulky or something, because those Scalds should be doing more damage, at least in my opinion. But Heatran, what can I say? It's a really bulky Pokemon. So Mike's going to keep going for Lava Plume, and it's just not doing much damage. It is resisted, plus my Jellicent is like max HP, max special defense, or almost max special defense, something like that. I think I actually have some defense investment as well. Mike is actually going to get Parahacks there again, which is probably like the 5th time this battle he's been Parahacks, which is crazy. So I'm just going to go for a Scald again, and actually he lives with 1 HP. I actually thought he died there, but I guess I didn't see that little sliver of health. But he lives with 1 HP. He gets a final Lava Plume off, and he still got no burn. So I honestly, I just felt so bad for Mike. But I mean, honestly, I have Recover on Jellicent, so even if he got the burn, it's not the end of the world. But I'm just going to go for one more final Scald, and that is going to take out the Heatran. So now we're ending now we're coming to basically kind of the end of the battle. Mike's running out of Pokemon at this point. I do feel bad for hexing him to death, but I mean, this was perfect revenge for destroying me in our last battle. So now Mike's going to bring out the Serperior. It's going to take another round of Stealth Rock's damage. Basically, all the damage his Serperior's taken is just from Stealth Rocks alone. I'm going to bring out my Arcanine, which is going to take some Stealth Rocks damage. Arcanine takes a lot from Stealth Rocks because it's a fire type and it's weak to rock. Mike finally lands a Leaf Storm as I just go for the Flare Blitz, I believe. I don't have to worry anymore about his Heatran coming in and giving him the boost to his fire type attacks. So we're going to get a round of Leftovers recovery. Actually, Mike outspeeds me, I forgot. Since I switched in, he's allowed to hit me twice, and since he outsped, he hits me twice. He actually goes for Dragon Pulse the second turn, so that's my my Arcanine down. So that's actually really bad for me because that was basically my only counter to the Serperior. So right here, I'm going to go out back into JZ Ray the Jirachi as he's going to hit me with a Hidden Power Fire. That actually does not as much damage as I thought. That just goes to show how bulky Jirachi is. I'm going to go for the Body Slam here. I actually get the Parahacks, which is really nice. And since he's paralyzed, I do outspeed. And I believe I go for the Iron Head to take out this Serperior. So I'm so glad that Serperior is gone, because that thing was basically the biggest threat on Mike's team. So I'm going to get a round of Leftovers recovery back. That's going to put me almost about half. As Mike is going to bring out his Manectric here, it's going to take some Stealth Rocks damage. Right here is where I was super surprised at Jirachi's bulk. Watch this, guys. So his Manectric's going to activate his Intimidate, which is going to lower my physical attack, which actually does matter. But look at this bulk! Oh my god, Jirachi lives that Flamethrower from a Mega Manectric. So I go for the Body Slam there. I actually get a crit, and that crit definitely mattered. Had I not gotten that crit, I am honestly not sure if I would have won this battle, but that crit definitely mattered. So again, the hacks is unreal in this battle. So right here, he's going to bring in Talonflame, which is obviously going to be raped by the Stealth Cocks. Mike is going to go for the Brave Bird, which is great for me actually because he's going to get a little bit of recoil damage on him. And basically any damage on a Talonflame is nice, is good damage. So now he's under half. I am going to go out into my Landorus here. I'm going to lower his attack just in case with my Intimidate. And I just go for a knockoff, and that is going to seal the game as Mike goes for a Brave Bird, a last-ditch effort Brave Bird. But since my Landorus is fully defensive, I'm actually going to live that reasonably well, as he's going to take some recoil and this knockoff, and that is game. So great game, Mike. I apologize for all the hacks, but this was the ultimate payback. As you can see there, Mike's Talonflame was in fact choice banded like I thought. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Mike, I can't wait to have our tiebreaker match. You know, we're one win versus one win, and I can't wait to have our little rematch to see who's better. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, favorite, subscribe, comment. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Mike's links will be in the description below, as well as all of my information is in the description below. So I love you guys. Thank you again for 3,000 subscribers. That's incredible. I love you guys so much. And toodles.